and welcome to Gullah Business of Charleston. My name is Nicole Pringle, and I'm the president. And I have Tiffany Savage, the vice president.
Hello.
And today we have today we have a special guest, producer, songwriter, poet. He does a lot. He does a lot. He also has a studio here in the Charleston area, and we're going to talk to him all about his journey into music. And we have Joseph Mora.
What's up, everybody?
So I just wanted to know, like, how did you get started into music? Did you start just writing poems first? I know you write poems, or did you just start writing music and then you transition to poems? So how did that work?
Honestly, shoot, it's a funny story. Shoot, I grew up in the church, and me being three, I always used to go to the church dang keyboard and play. And then my mom just got an idea. You know what? I'm gonna put him in damn piano lessons. So, put in piano lessons, and as soon as I got to kindergarten, I found out my birthday is on Dr. Seuss' birthday. And then my teacher told me every time it's your birthday, you better do like Dr. Seuss do, and you better have a rhyme. So ever since then, I just started putting rhymes together, and then I had older brothers who listened to music like Tupac, NWA, and I used to stay by a club too. So yeah, I just really indulged in music. It just was in my blood, man. It just was a calling. And when I got older, took band, and I just kept learning more instruments, and that's when I just kept learning. Cause I still remember when I made my first beat, I got clown on Facebook. Yo, what you doing, man? You trash, you trash, you trash. Then luckily one dude, I'm gonna give a shout out to MJ Myers, was like, bro, come to the crib, bro. I'm gonna show you something. And this man introduced me to Logic Pro, taught me a little something. Then I kept learning on my own and got good at making beats. Then one of my bros heard me make beats, but then he heard me rap and he was like, bro, you can do better. So shout out to Don Fox, because that's the one that kept making me put in work. Because if I let him play something, he'd be like, nah, bro. Nah. And as soon as I made a fire beat, he was like, okay, bro, you cooking now.
So you got better with your craft, when people told you that it wasn't too good, you just was like, I'm gonna keep working at it.
Yeah, I'm motivated. When you basically doubt me, I gotta show you what's up. I got to. It just been like steroids in me. I'm just gonna dang put in the work to prove you wrong.
What would you say is like, or what words would you describe as your musical style?
Well, I made my own style. I call it smoke session. Cause you know how
Okay.
people got
What
music
smoke
they
session?
smoke to. All right, I'm gonna describe smoke session because you know how people got music that they smoke to, so they basically just be really trap music and they just be bumping, playing like Sexy Red, Chief Keef, and just be
Mhm.
bumping. Me, my style, smoke session is basically like when you chill out. Like you got that soul, you got that trap beat, but so it's just chill out music you can vibe to, like really just relax to, be in peace, be zen out to.
Okay. So that leads me to another point. What's your process when you start making beats and stuff? What process do you have or you walk through?
I be zoned out. Like I come in, I'm gonna show you an example. I come in, next thing you know, I got this melody in my head. I don't care if I'm at work or just random. I got this melody in my head, and you will see me play something like on the keyboard. Then I'm just zoned out for the minute. Next thing you know, that's when I just randomly start tapping something, keep that melody in my head, and I don't care if I'm at work, I'm getting off, or I just gotta go to the studio and put it down for a minute.
Okay.
I thought you was gonna play something. You had me all ready.
Yeah, my process is like, okay, I'll get a melody. I don't care where I'm at. I'll just be trying to hum it. And then wherever I'm at, I try to even knock on wood, knock on a door, or knock on something just to have that like a substitute for the drum for a minute. And then with the bass, I try to beatbox a little bit. And when I get to the studio, that's when it all come together and you be so shocked. Because some people be like, I didn't hear that when you did that. And when that bass come to the studio and lay it down, what I got going in my head while I visualize, that's when people be like, oh, yo, oh, that's what you was making. That's what you was doing. I'm like, yeah. They be like, oh, that's wow.
What is your favorite genre of music?
Hip hop.
Hip hop.
Like, cause I'm from the country. No, I'm from the South. I'm from South Carolina, but I'm like, yo, trap is cool, but I'm like, I always grew up hip hop, like Tupac, Wu Tang, Ice Cube, NWA, even Biggie. I'll just be like, yo, I always love hip hop because hip hop basically was true poetry. It had the music. Like you actually had to be creative, and it basically like hip hop basically was straight knowledge because it was a
Mm.
culture. You had graffiti, that was art. You had DJing, that was art. Breakdancing, that was art. You had MCs that had to have a nice pen game, that was art. So yeah, hip hop.
What do you hope
Okay.
that when people listen to your music that they'll gain from it?
That they actually gain okay. That they actually gain the art. That they actually gain the storytelling, the truth. Because I mean, nowadays you got music basically. Look at Sexy Red. I can't gain that for that. It just give me like, I know why I don't want to marry. I know why I don't want to date. Or you got these new rappers talk about shooting. I'm like, I know I don't want to get shot. I know basically they where not to go if I'm not trying to get robbed. You also got these rappers that always flex. I'm like, yo, why you got to boast for? I'm like, okay, you got money. So you want me to gain jealousy? But I don't want that. I want people to gain knowledge. I want them to hear my story. I want them to hear what I'm saying. I'm not trying to basically boast or be none of that. What they got now in this new music.
I heard
So,
one of your songs. Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to say this before I forget. I heard one of your songs. I believe it's called My Brother's Keeper.
Yes.
Like, how did that come about? If you could talk about that song.
Well, my brother, Chucky Charles Moore, RIP, he died. And before he died, this man always said, used to make me freestyle. Cause he was like, yo, you gifted. He already know how talented and smart I was. And he always said, yo, I'm gonna put you in the studio. I'm gonna get you in the studio. He always say, I'm gonna get you in the studio. And when he died, I was like, yo, I gotta keep my promise. I always told him I was gonna make a song or make an EP or make an album. And so it was one day, it was his anniversary, his death. I just started writing, because I was like, yo, I ain't never really got my chance to say goodbye to him. So I just damn write it. And basically it was like a goodbye to him.
Do you feel like it's therapeutic when you start writing or producing songs, or do you feel like when you produce, is it just a job, or it's really something that you're like passionate about, and it's just maybe a way for you to relax a little?
I mean, it's really like I love anything that going on, I lose myself in the writing or making a beat. That's like I tell people when I make a beat or write a song, it's like I'm watching a movie or basically like I'm in my zone or in my zen place.
so Nicole mentioned at the very beginning of the interview that you're a poet, you're a writer, you also produce music, but as well you have your own studio. Would you be able to at this time just give us a glimpse of your studio and show how the layout is?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Let me show you. Let me show you. All right. Right here you got the okay. Right here you got I call this Studio B. This is right here because this is where basically you can even damn turn up at. You got the bottles I have for people, the waiting room I call it. But sometimes people can we just
The
make
waiting.
here, even perform here. Like if you want a chill session,
Okay.
then you got I call this the big boy studio. Keyboards, guitar, and you got the booth right here.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be honest, I don't even call this my studio really because I call it dang my I call this my birthplace because this man right here, as you can see, Marcus Allen. If y'all don't know him, this is music royalty. Put put me in a place. Basically, soon he saw I was talented, he was like, "Hey, I'm not about to let this talent go to waste. So come on." And this was the man that basically was like, "You can make beats. Oh, you can engineer. Yo, you talented. Come on, come on." And this man basically just really gave me the keys and everything.
If anybody was interested in getting in contact with you for your studio to book it and stuff, how would they be able to contact you?
Yeah, by shooting me a text at my number like at 843-683-2432. You send me that text about when you want to book the studio, then you come in, sign in, then we have you ready to go.
Can you also do podcasting there? Because I see you had 2 rooms. You had 2 rooms available.
We do have podcasting here. Because how can I say this? Here, we basically this what I call a vibe type of scenery. Like, we want motion, like vibes. Like, if you ever know J. Cole Dreamville, how he have his studio, like the door is always open for aspiring people, like from podcast people, musicians, artists, producers, works. Like, I'll be shooting a web series here, really based on studio life. They're gonna be directed by me, produced, and written by me. And they're gonna be starring my team. So shout out to my girls P, Ty, and Amber.
Let's talk about your new album, because I got a chance to listen to a little bit of it, and you have some dope people on there.
Oh yes.
I can't remember the group that you had on there, but
London Banks.
Okay.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell y'all the story. They're the one that really, really, really helped me with my confidence as a producer. Because last year, I'm gonna tell you, I went to the studio that 6 Black recorded in Atlanta. Only thing I'm gonna tell you is that's what I was really looking for. That's what I really looked for. I should have known he would not be there. So I'm just sitting there. I asked the guy, "Hey, y'all think y'all can help me elevate my sound, produce?" And he was like, "Hey, we busy, but producers walk through him. They might can teach you something." And as I'm there, I just learned from the guys that was here. And then on one of the days I went, it was a group of girls who basically was like, they were looking for somebody to produce them. And everybody else was busy. Next, one of the guys actually tossed me a Hail Mary and was like, "Hey, he a producer, see what he got." And I produced 1 track, and they was like, "Can you produce our whole EP?" I was like, "Bet." And listen, from that day forth, as soon as I finished the whole EP, I was like, "Yo, I might can be a fire producer. I'm not a hip hop producer. I'm a producer, dog. I'm really in fire." Okay, bet.
No, it's really, really good. I got a chance to listen to a little bit of it, and I was like, wait a minute. So much talent here in the Charleston area. I'm like, no. So when does that come out?
That's one thing I'm still trying to put together because, I'm a perfectionist. I'm going to give you that. I'm like Dr. Dre. Like, I let a couple people hear the tracks. They were like, "Man, that's fire." I'm like, "Nah, it's cool. It's all right. It's cool. It's missing something." They be like, "Bro, you better put this out." I'm like, "Nah." Like, I had artists basically damn ready to fight me when basically they hear it. They be like, "Man, you don't put this out?" I'm like, "It's cool, but it's not fire yet. It's fire to y'all, but it's not to me." Like, listen, I ain't even let my damn homeboy hear this. And he was like, "Hey, bro, let me hear it." I'm like, "Nah, bro, it ain't done yet." He was like, "Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro." And I'm like,
It reminds me of kind of like where we left, kind of like that R&B that when you hear a song, you listen to the track and it puts you in a place. It reminds me of that. And when you have those girls on it, first of all, their vocals are, they're sharp. And it kind of put me back in a time period. So it's nothing like, well, we don't even really have like R&B or that kind of music that puts you in that place where makes you feel a certain way, makes you feel good. We don't really have that.
I hope when I say this, I don't get canceled. That's like when I heard Diddy's last R&B album, and I was like, "Yo, this a vibe. This a vibe." Like, I was like, yo, you got Bryson Tiller, you got her, you got Casey, you got them boys singing, you even got some unknowns. I'm like, yo, I like this. I can smoke to this, ride to this, I can just do whatever. I'm like, it's not extra, just chill. I'm like, yo, that's the vibe right there. That's why I call it smoke session music. I'm like, yo, you know what? That's the style I'm gonna do. And that's when I got them. I'm like, okay. Then I called my homeboy. I was like, yo, Ray, I need your help mixing this down, these tracks. And all I know, mixing, then I gave it a shot. And next thing I'm like, yo, he was like, nah, man. Ain't on sound. I'm like, nah, bro, leave it. Leave their vocals like that. Leave that like that. And then had a little listening party. Everybody was like, oh, this is different. I'm like, I wanted to be different. I wanted to be original. I wanted to be something to put you in a vibey space.
So if there's a singer or somebody that has a podcast out there, please reach out to him. Give your contact, how you can be contacted again.
You can hit me up 843-683-2432.
And how can they, what's your socials? How can they find you on there?
Well, you can hit me on Instagram at it's Joseph Jermaine.
We always ask everyone that's featured on the interview with us, what are 3 words to describe their field? And so in your case, what are 3 words to describe your musical journey?
Unique. Let me see what else. Unique, royalty, and let me see. The third word would be, because that's the tough one. The third one would be extraordinary. Unique because, listen, like, I listen to all music, and you can't put me to one because I can combine and switch it up. And all sounds, I just hear, and I basically can then just make it like a movie or make it to a story. I can make anything unique from voice to everything. Like, everybody basically got their set sound, but I'm like, nah, I can make it different, to be original, be something else. Royalty because it's in my blood. If y'all know who my family is, I will always tell people this: South Carolina be having the most talented people, but the only thing is the crab in the bucket mentality. That basically you got them over here, you got old over here, and it's all about they not gonna rock this style or they not gonna rock this style because they got their style. But I'm like, nah, it's just about all this basically just appreciate the art, appreciate somebody actually putting out that art form or doing that. Instead of us basically saying, nah, we're gonna be rocking, nah, we ain't rocking, nah, this and that. Cause I was like, me just going to Atlanta and meeting them people, I was like, yo, they basically, it's Atlanta versus everybody. They make you show, they get their money, they get their talent. I'm like, I really wish we did that in South Carolina, from Charleston to Sumter to damn Columbia to the country to everywhere. I was like, hell, who knows? We might be the next Atlanta. Cause look at damn Tennessee with Memphis. Look at Houston. Even look like look at New York. I was like, it's so much things we can do to basically be bigger if we all just work together. Like, people always do it for finance, but I'm like, no, just do it for your shot. Just do it so we can all be on. Think about trying to knock the bucket over so everybody can get out, everybody can spread out and be free.
Mm-hmm. But you had one last thing you was gonna say. What was the last word? We said.
I said,
I know the last one was royalty.
You said extraordinary, unique, royalty. Was that?
And okay.
Extraordinary. Did you say?
I'm gonna change that last one. I'm going to change the last one because made me think. Misunderstood.
We ain't never had nobody change the last one.
I've got to. Misunderstood.
Misunderstood. Wow.
Because people can have their opinion about me, but they never will basically really have the facts until they actually really really actually just sit, talk, or really get like, I can make a beat, they can say, oh, he a hip hop producer. Nope. I can make a pop. Oh, he a pop producer. Nope. Oh, I can basically write something. Oh, he a writer. Nope. Or basically people can say, oh, he a player. Nope. It's like till you actually sit in the room with me, have a conversation, or see me work, you will always misunderstood me because you would never get. That's why basically some people gave me the nickname Tupac. Or would just call me Pop because it was like I'm like Pop. Like I got different avenues, I got different talents, but I will always be misunderstood because you would never ever really damn get your finger on me unless you actually in the same room with me and see me work. Or just have that conversation, that one-on-one, or just dang, you always go off other people's opinion, or you will always base, try to have your own opinion, but still, you actually got to watch me work one-on-one or be in the same room with me and just block everything and actually keep your focus on me. That's why I say I want to change that word to misunderstood.
I want to thank you for coming on and taking your time to talk to us and letting us know all about your journey into music. We learned a lot. I can't wait for your new EP to come out. I'm sure, listen, what I heard so far is good. I know you're being hard on yourself, but just put that out there. I know the people are going to love it. And make sure you guys follow him and make sure you like this video, subscribe to our YouTube, and share it. We need to get this out as much as we can. We promote and highlight Black-owned businesses. So if you are a Black-owned business and you would like your business to be featured, please DM us on Instagram or email us or visit our website for more information. And until next time.
Make sure you support the culture.
Until next time. Thank you.
You can now schedule an interview on our website. Please read the requirements before booking. Thank you and welcome to the Gullah Business of Charleston family.